The truth I am about to share with you is ancient, eternal, and always within your reach. It requires no elaborate ritual, no years of toil, no intricate system of learning. It requires only that you accept a simple revelation, that you are the operant power. You are not separate from the source of abundance, from the wellspring of all that is good. You are one with it, and it lives within you. And with the repetition of just 3 words, sincerely and knowingly, you can awaken that power and unlock the infinite supply that has always been yours. These 3 words are not magical in themselves. Their power is not in the sound or syllables, but in the consciousness that gives them life. When you speak them with awareness, when you feel them with conviction, they impress the subconscious, and from that inner impression springs forth a world to match. The outer world, after all, is nothing more than the mirror of your inner speech. Money, wealth, prosperity, these are not outside of you, waiting to be earned by struggle or acquired through luck. They are reflections, outpicturings, shadows of the state you occupy. If you would like to see the effortless flow of money, you must first occupy the state where money flows to you easily and naturally. You must become in imagination that which you desire to be, and persist in that feeling until it hardens into fact. You may ask, what are these 3 words? They are simple, and yet they carry the power of transformation. The words are, it is done. Say them now. It is done. Feel what happens when you speak them with conviction. Feel how your body reacts, how your breath shifts, how your mind begins to settle. It is done. Not it will be. Not I hope it happens, not someday. But now, present, finished, fulfilled. When you repeat it is done, you are not begging the universe. You are not pleading with a power outside of yourself. You are declaring that the thing you desire is already yours. You are impressing upon the subconscious mind, which is the womb of creation, the finality of your desire. And because your subconscious is impersonal and creative, it brings to pass what is impressed upon it with feeling and repetition. All things exist. Every state of consciousness already is. There is nothing to create, only to select. You are like a radio receiver, tuning into the station of wealth. The station exists whether you tune in or not. But when you repeat it is done, you are tuning the dial of your consciousness to the frequency where money flows. And once you are tuned, the signal, that is, the manifestation, begins to play through your life. Do not be deceived by appearances. The world may show you bank statements with low balances, bills that pile up, opportunities that seem to slip away. But these are only the shadows of a previous state, the residue of past inner talking. The moment you say and mean it is done, you shift your state, and a new shadow begins to form. The bridge of incidents will unfold, naturally and effortlessly, to take you from where you are to the fulfillment of your assumption. The key is persistence. Not persistence in effort, but persistence in assumption. You must hold the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and repeat to yourself day and night, it is done. When you wake in the morning, before you look at your phone, before you open your eyes to the world, say softly but firmly, it is done. Feel the inner assurance that money is flowing to you now. Feel the joy, the relief, the certainty. Carry that feeling into your day like a sacred fire. When doubts arise, and they may, do not fight them. Simply return to your 3 words. It is done. Let them be your anchor. Let them remind you that what you are seeking is already within. That you are not manifesting money, you are aligning with the state where money is already yours. I once knew a man who was plagued by financial difficulty. Every month was a struggle. He tried affirmations, he tried visualizations, but nothing seemed to work, until he discovered the power of these 3 words. He began to live in the state of, it is done. He would look at his empty wallet and say, it is done. He would open his mailbox to find more bills and whisper, it is done. Not with frustration, not with sarcasm, but with an inner knowing that these appearances were fading echoes of a state he had left behind. Within weeks, his circumstances began to change. A friend repaid a loan he had forgotten about. A new client arrived out of nowhere. He was offered a business opportunity that doubled his income. What had changed? Not the world but his state of being. He had entered into the assumption that money was his already, and repeated that assumption until the world conformed. This is not superstition. This is not fantasy. This is spiritual law, the same law that governs the rising and setting of the sun, the same law that brings spring after winter. It is immutable. It does not care who you are, what you have done, or where you come from. It responds to belief, to feeling, to repetition. The words "it is done" are a key, but you must turn the key with feeling. You must enter the door they open. You must not be like those who speak words but do not live the state, who repeat affirmations but deny them in feeling. You cannot say "it is done" and then worry about the how. You cannot say "it is done" and then count the minutes until it arrives. These things betray your doubt. They reveal that you are still living in the state of lack. Instead, you must make "it is done" your new dwelling place. You must live there, sleep there, walk there, breathe there. What would you feel if you knew your bank account was full? What would you feel if checks were arriving in the mail, clients were calling, unexpected money was showing up? That feeling, not the outer condition, is what creates the flow. And you can summon that feeling now by simply saying, "It is done." Close your eyes. Take a breath. Imagine the scene that would imply your wish fulfilled, and then say, "It is done." Do not be concerned with whether it is real. All reality is imagined. Everything you now see was once invisible. The house you live in was once a thought. The money you hold was once an idea. All things are birthed in imagination, and imagination is the only reality. When you say "it is done," you plant a seed in that fertile soil. Water it with belief. Shine upon it with feeling, and allow it to grow without digging it up to see if it's working. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. When you say "it is done," you are acting in faith, and that faith is the evidence that your world must conform. The universe is not random. It is obedient. It moves in harmony with your assumptions. So do not delay. Do not wait for proof before you believe. Believe and you will see. Say "it is done," and you will see that it is. There is no effort in divine creation. There is only flow. The same river that carries water to the ocean does not strain or struggle. It moves because of the laws of nature, and the law of assumption is no different. When you enter the state of "it is done," the current begins to move. Money flows. Opportunities arise. Ideas come, and they come not from hard work or desperation, but from the ease of alignment. The greatest lie you have ever been told is that you must strive to earn abundance, that you must suffer to be worthy of wealth, that you must prove yourself to some invisible judge. This is not true. You are worthy now. You are enough now. And the moment you say "it is done" with conviction, the heavens begin to open. The old man, the man of fear, of doubt, of struggle, must die, and in his place the new man is born. The man who knows, who assumes, who rests in the finished work. Let that new man be you. Let the old patterns fall away. Let the old beliefs dissolve like mist in the morning sun, and let the words "it is done" become your new prayer, your new affirmation, your new song. Sing it in silence. Whisper it in secret. Proclaim it in stillness. And do not look to others for confirmation. The world is yourself pushed out. Others are only reflecting your inner state. If you persist in the assumption that it is done, they will echo that truth. But you must not waver. You must not wait for them to believe before you do. You are the cause. You are the root. You are the one who sets the wheel in motion. When you lie down to sleep, let "it is done" be your lullaby. Feel the money in your hand. Feel the freedom in your chest. Feel the joy in your heart. And let that feeling carry you into sleep. For sleep is the door to the subconscious, and what you carry into sleep is planted most deeply. Let this be your practice. Wake with the words "it is done." Move through the day with those words like a secret power in your chest. Sleep with those words on your tongue. And do not judge by the evidence of the senses. Your senses are late to the party. They only report what the mind has long since accepted. If you desire new evidence, you must accept a new truth. Now, not later. I have seen miracles unfold in the lives of those who lived this truth. I have seen bankruptcies reversed, debts paid off, fortunes built, not through striving but through faith, through inner movement, through assumption. And all of them began with the same three words: "It is done." You do not need to know how. That is not your work. Your only work is to believe it is already so, that you already are the wealthy man, the abundant woman, the prosperous soul. And when you live from that belief, not try to get to it but live from it, the money will come. Not because you chased it, but because you became the version of yourself to whom money is drawn. Say it again. It is done. Let that be your answer to every question, your solution to every problem, your reply to every doubt. It is done. And it will be not because the world made it so, but because you did. You imagined it. You accepted it. You assumed it. And the world had no choice but to follow. So go now and speak your 3 words with authority. Let them become the rhythm of your life. Let them fill the silence of your mind. Let them carve a new path before you. And soon, without effort, without delay, you will find yourself living in a world where money flows, not as a reward but as a reflection, because you have spoken the truth. It is done. Say it again. It is done. Whisper it while walking. Murmur it in the stillness of the evening. Repeat it mentally as you gaze into the mirror, not as a command to the world but as a declaration to yourself. For when you believe that it is done, you change the vibration of your being, and that vibration becomes magnetic. It draws unto itself the very essence of what you have claimed. You become like a lodestone, attracting wealth not because you chase it but because you are in resonance with it. It is not about shouting louder or visualizing harder. It is about sinking into the reality of it already being so. To say it is done is to cut off the old man, the old story, the old waiting. You are no longer standing outside the temple of riches hoping to be let in. You are inside, seated, knowing the feast has already begun. The act of repetition is not mindless. It is sacred. It is how the seed is watered. With each it is done, you affirm not only the end but the surrender to that end. You relinquish the effort, and in that relinquishing the miracle is made manifest. Walk into the world tomorrow with your head high and your heart full. Not because circumstances changed, but because you did. You became the one who knows, the one who lives from the state where money flows. Not to chase it, but to live in alignment with it. It is done is not the beginning of a process. It is the end of doubt. It is the terminus of confusion and fear. It is the anchor that holds you steady as the storm of the old reality passes by. The beauty of this truth is that it asks nothing of you but belief. You don't need the approval of others. You don't need credentials or connections. You don't need to strive in pain. All you need is the willingness to step into the unseen and call it real. Say it is done, and feel the echo ring through the depths of your subconscious. That echo will touch every particle of your being. It will seep into your cells, shift your energy, and emit a new signal to the field of infinite possibilities. You may notice subtle signs at first. A discount here, a kind word there, a small unexpected amount of money appearing. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. Do not ignore them. Do not belittle them. Celebrate them. For they are the fingerprints of the unseen, the breadcrumbs of the universe letting you know, yes, you are aligned. And yes, more is coming. Say again. It is done. And with that, open the door wider. Money is energy, and energy is obedient. It flows to that which invites it. It is not attracted to lack, to doubt, to fear. It is attracted to ease, confidence, joy, and knowing. It rushes to the one who expects it, to the one who, even before seeing a single dollar, walks with the posture of wealth, to the one who says, it is done, and then acts as though it is. That action need not be dramatic. It can be as simple as breathing differently, walking slower, choosing generosity in a moment when you used to choose fear. These are the outer expressions of the inner truth you have accepted. Even in the silence, say it again. Let it become a hum beneath your thoughts. Let it permeate your being until you no longer need to say it aloud, because your very existence will be shouting it. Others will look at you and feel something has changed. They won't know what it is, but they'll feel it. Your vibration will be undeniable, and the money will come in so naturally, so consistently, that you'll smile remembering the days you used to wonder if it was possible. Keep going. Keep returning to the words. When you doubt, say them. When you rejoice, say them. When you spend, say them. When you give, say them. Let it is done be your constant companion, your quiet power, your eternal agreement with the universe. Let these words replace the old inner dialogue, the fear, the worry, the lack. Let them dissolve every story you've ever told yourself about being unworthy or incapable. Let them heal the past and reframe the present. Let them guide your future without resistance. You may be tempted to measure progress by what you see. Do not measure progress by what you feel. Are you calmer? Are you more trusting? Are you smiling at things you used to worry about? That is movement. That is alignment. That is a sign that the state is changing. And when the state changes, the world must conform. There will come a day, soon if you persist, when you will look around and realize you are living in the exact scene you once imagined. You will walk into rooms you once only saw in your dreams. You will hold the physical manifestation of wealth in your hands, and you will remember when it was just a feeling, just an idea, and you will smile, knowing that the words "it is done" were never just words, they were truth. But even then, do not stop saying them, for life is a continual unfolding of desire, fulfillment and more desire. Each fulfilled state opens the door to greater expansion. Say "it is done" again. Not because you are lacking but because you are growing. Let it be your song of creation. Let it be the rhythm of your dance with the infinite. And if ever you find yourself slipping, if fear creeps back in, if appearances seem daunting, if the world begins to shout the old story again, be still, return to yourself, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and softly, reverently, declare once more, "It is done." Let it ring through your inner world. Let it break every chain. Let it silence every lie. Let it rise from your heart like a commandment from heaven. Say it as if it were the final word, the only truth, the supreme decree of your soul, because it is. Because when you say "it is done," you are no longer seeking, you are no longer trying, you are no longer postponing your miracle. You are claiming it, and in the claiming, it is yours. You are no longer the person who waits. You are the one who is. Your world begins to mirror this internal transformation with precision. The job offer comes effortlessly. The investment opportunity appears out of nowhere. The client calls unexpectedly. The bills get paid before you even check the due dates. Not because you forced anything, but because you aligned. You assumed the feeling of the wish fulfilled. And you repeated the sacred declaration, "It is done." Each repetition reinforced the foundation of your new reality. Not a hope, not a possibility, a fact. And you didn't need to convince anyone else. The world doesn't respond to your explanations. It responds to your embodiment. It responds to your state. The law is always operating. And the moment you impress upon your subconscious that your financial desire is fulfilled, that it is finished, the outer world rearranges itself without resistance. You might still hear others around you speaking of lack. You might still see headlines filled with fear. But none of that has power over you, unless you consent to it. You've withdrawn your attention from the old and given your loyalty to the new. That is the greatest discipline. To be loyal to the unseen over the seen. To say "it is done," even when nothing around you yet confirms it. That is true faith. And that is the key to manifestation. Money is not earned by toil alone. It is magnetized by consciousness. There are people who work tirelessly and see little return. There are others who act from inspired ease and are met with abundance. The difference is not effort. It is state. When you change your concept of self, when you assume the identity of the one who already possesses what they seek, the world has no choice but to mirror it. Do not confuse persistence with struggle. To persist in an assumption is not to strain or push. It is to quietly hold the end, regardless of appearances. To return again and again to the truth. It is done. This is how you become the master of your inner world. This is how you rewrite the script. Not by force but by faith. If you've ever doubted your worthiness, hear this. Wealth is your birthright. Abundance is your natural state. The very fact that you can imagine a life of freedom, of overflow, of ease, that alone is proof that it exists for you. You could not desire what you were not meant to receive. Desire is the whisper of the divine, the invitation to realize your power, and you answer that invitation with 3 words. It is done. Some may ask, how can it be done if I do not see it yet? But understand, all things are created first in consciousness. The seen is only the echo of the unseen. Do not be deceived by time. Time is not your enemy. It is your servant. It will deliver to you the harvest of your assumptions, without fail. And the moment you assume it is done, time begins its sacred work of aligning all necessary conditions to reflect your new state. So speak the words without hesitation. Say them with the confidence of one who knows the outcome is secure. Let them become your inner rhythm. Let them shape your days and guide your nights. Say them as you fall asleep, letting the subconscious mind absorb their meaning. Say them when you wake, before the old thoughts try to reclaim your attention. Let every breath, every glance, every quiet moment be laced with the silent knowing, it is done.
And in doing so you shift the very fabric of your life. You move from hoping to knowing, from wishing to being. You take your place in the seat of the Creator and decree your reality. The law cannot be broken. The world must reflect back the story you persistently tell within. So when the money appears, and it will, do not be surprised. You called it forth not with begging, not with strain, but with faith. You no longer needed to chase. You allowed yourself to receive. You became the version of yourself who already had it. And thus it had no choice but to appear. And yet even in the abundance, you continue to declare it is done. Because creation is not a one-time event. Life continues to unfold. New desires arise. New dreams form. But the principle remains the same. The law does not change. It simply awaits your next assumption, your next inner decree. And the process begins again. Easy, natural, inevitable. Others may wonder how you do it. They'll ask for your strategy, your plan, your secret, and you'll smile, because you know, it was never about the plan. It was never about the hustle. It was about the inner work, the silent sovereign decision to feel it done, and to repeat those 3 sacred words until they became your identity. The riches of the world respond to the richness of your inner self. When your mind is rich with the feeling of already having, your life must follow. You are not manipulating external things. You are harmonizing with them. You are entering the vibration where they already exist. You are matching your energy to the frequency of fulfillment. And the moment you do that, truly do that, you become unstoppable. Because there is no power greater than the consciousness that knows its own creative ability. No obstacle can withstand the one who lives from the end. No limitation can remain in the face of persistent assumption. The outer world may try to distract you. It may show you delay. But delay is not denial. It is only the space between planting and harvest. Do not dig up the seed with doubt. Water it with repetition. Nourish it with feeling. And trust that the result is on its way. The universe is never late. It is precise. It is mathematical. It is obedient to the feeling you occupy. So stay there. Stay in the knowing. Stay in the peace that comes from certainty. And when the old self tries to return, when fear knocks, when anxiety whispers, return to the power of your words. Declare again. It is done. You are not asking. You are not pleading. You are claiming. You are receiving. You are stepping into the reality that was always available. But now it is yours by right of consciousness. This is the mystery revealed. This is the truth hidden in plain sight. And it is yours now, as you stand now on the threshold of your new reality. Remember this: the power to manifest wealth, to draw money effortlessly into your life, lies not in external circumstances, but within the sacred 3 words you hold in your heart. It is done. These words are not mere sounds. They are the blueprint of creation itself, the key that unlocks the floodgates of abundance. When you repeat them with unwavering faith, you align your being with the infinite source. And money flows not as a struggle or chase, but as a natural expression of who you have become. So claim this truth boldly, and without hesitation. Walk through life as the master of your inner world, the creator who knows beyond doubt that their desire is fulfilled. Let nothing shake your certainty. No setback, no delay, no doubt can stand against the force of your persistent assumption. The universe conspires with those who live from the end. And when you do, you step into a life of effortless wealth and limitless possibility. The moment is now. Say it with conviction. Live it with confidence. And watch as the invisible becomes visible. The impossible becomes inevitable. And your life is transformed by the simple, profound power of these 3 words. It is done.